Hello, it's Mr. Thornsberry, Superintendent Unyoda. We'll take a few minutes and go over the concept of comfort zone and courage zone. I hope you remember my last video where I utilized a circle graphic. Yes, I like circles. My last video was about your circle of control. And if you've not had the opportunity to watch that video to learn about the concept of circle control, please do so. The video is like 6.5 minutes long, that's all it is, and it's on my YouTube channel. It's a very simple concept that can have a very profound impact in all aspects of your life. And it's a mindset. And the next concept I'd like to share, utilizing the same graphic, although it has different contents, is the concept of comfort zone and courage zone. But again, here's the circle of no control and circle of control. We talked about this previously. We can't control things that happen to us. We can control how we respond to what happened to us. If you worry and focus about the things you can't control, you become a victim and a blamer. Proactive people learn to smile and live with the many things they can't do anything about, and they may not like them, but they know it's not worth worrying about. And people that really understand and live the whole concept of circle of control really do view setbacks and issues and barriers, they view those as opportunities. And I think that's a strong message to recognize and to know about the circle of control, that you really do see all the situations in your life as opportunities. But today we're going to talk about the comfort zone and courage zone, and you can see we're using the two circles. Yes, I like circles. Again, you've got the inner circle and the outside circle, and each of those represent zones. And just like the concept of circle of control, I think you'll find it very easy to understand, but a very challenging concept to follow. However, it really is a pathway to productivity, consistent productivity and success and growth in your life. And I firmly believe the only way to truly grow and to learn is to constantly seek out opportunities to be challenged and step out of your comfort zone. So again, we've got two circles here, an inner circle, this inner circle, and the outer circle. The inner circle is your comfort zone, and the outer circle is your courage zone. So I was first exposed to the concept of comfort zone, courage zone through the 7 Habits training I participated back in 1999. It became a part of my life and thinking and a mindset, and it continues to this day. Habit 3, put first things first. The phrase we use with our students is work first and then play, and being strong in the hard moments. And that really takes courage to be strong in the hard moments. And that's when you often cause yourself to stretch, and you cause yourself to step out of your comfort zone. So what is your comfort zone? Let's look at the graphic to illustrate some examples of what being in your comfort zone is all about. So let's go through a few of them here. Things that you really enjoy doing, on a regular basis, stuff that you're very comfortable with, feeling safe, and when you're feeling very safe and secure in your daily interactions and your goals and activities and tasks that you're involved in. Relaxing, just hanging out. Relaxation is part of being in your comfort zone. Things that you find that are real easy to do, just something you've done consistently. And freedom from risk, not stepping out and taking some chances and risking from time to time. That's part of being in your comfort zone. Things that you're accustomed to, things that you do each and every day. Not trying new things, challenging yourself. So those are some examples, and along with surety, always being sure of things and knowing what to expect and being predictable. Those are all things within your comfort zone. And outside of that inner circle is the courage zone. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's so wrong with enjoying your comfort zone? There really isn't anything wrong with enjoying your comfort zone. In fact, you should spend some time in your comfort zone. However, there is something wrong with never venturing out of your comfort zone, out into the courage zone, and trying new things, reading new books, and making new friends, and trying new adventures, and so on and so on. So let's look at the courage zone. This I really do see as a zone for growth and a zone for opportunity, and really the opportunity to really truly live. And one of my favorite quotes from the movie Braveheart, which I love, by the way, is when William Wallace says, "Every man dies, not every man really lives." And this, to me, I think is a perfect example of what the courage zone is all about. trying new adventures, taking some risk, finding your higher duty, and exploring new opportunities. Trying things you've never tried before, realizing your ultimate potential, demonstrating bravery, and creating opportunities that you would never have experienced by staying in your comfort zone. Being strong in the hard moments, what does that mean? Well, it means having integrity with yourself, following through with your promises to yourself and to others. And there are conflicts between doing what is right, doing the right thing, and doing the easier thing. These are the times, these are the key tests and defining moments in your life. And that's what it's talking about when being strong in the hard moments. How we respond in these situations really can shape our lives, and they define who we really are. Albert Gray says, all successful people have the habit of doing the things failures don't like to do. They don't like doing them either necessarily, but their disliking is subordinate to the strength of their purpose. Other examples of Courage Zone are trying difficult things, challenging yourself on a regular basis, facing your fears and not allowing your fears to guide your choices and decisions. At this page here, it's got the graphic to the left and some text I wanted to share with you. Again, I said this was from Habit 3, put first things first. And putting first things first takes courage and will often cause you to stretch outside your comfort zone. And your comfort zone represents things you are familiar with, places you know, friends you're at ease with, activities you enjoy doing. And your comfort zone is risk-free. It's really easy. It doesn't require any real stretching. And within this boundary, within this inner circle, you feel very safe and secure. Now, on the other hand, you've got things like making new friends, speaking before a large audience, sticking up for your values. Now, those are all examples of things within your courage zone, adventure, risk, and there's some challenge included. And everything that really makes us uncomfortable is found in the courage zone. And in some cases, it's referred to as the uncomfortable zone. And in this area, that's where the uncertainty is, and the pressure and the change, and of course possibility of failure. But it is also the place for opportunity, and the only place in which you'll ever truly reach your full potential. And you will never reach that full potential by hanging out in your comfort zone. That's definitely for sure. I've got a short story I'd like to read to you from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. About the story is Sean Covey tells a story, and he says, during my senior year in college, I was short a few credits, so I skimmed through the class schedule looking for something to fill the hours, and when I came across private voice instruction, as in singing lessons, I thought, why not step outside my comfort zone and give it a try? I was careful to sign up for private lessons instead of group lessons because I didn't want to make a fool of myself by singing in front of other students. Things went fine until the end of the semester when my singing professor brought the shocking news. By the way, Sean, have you decided which song you want to sing before the other students? What do you mean? I asked in horror. Well, the class requirements state that you have to sing at least one time in front of other private voice students. That would not be a good idea, I said emphatically. Oh, it's no big deal. You'll do fine, said the professor. Well, to me it was a huge deal. The thought of singing in front of a group just made me physically sick. How am I going to get out of this one, I thought, but I couldn't allow myself to do that because I'd been speaking to various groups over the past year, advising them to never let fears make their decisions. Now here I was, up to bat. Courage, Sean, I kept telling myself, you've got to at least try. That dreaded day finally arrived. As I entered the room of doom, where I was to make my debut, I kept trying to convince myself, settle down, Sean, settle down. This can't be all that bad. But it kept getting worse. I became increasingly intimidated as I discovered that nearly everyone in the room was either a music or theater major. I mean, these people really knew how to sing. And since their childhood, they've been performing in musicals and choruses. My fear only increased when the first student called upon sang a song from the play Les Miserables. They found that sounded better than an original Broadway production. This guy was incredible, yet the class had the audacity to critique him. I think that your tonality was a little flat, someone said. Oh no, what will they think of me, I thought. Well, Sean, you're up. So now it was my turn. As I stood in front of the class, 3 million years outside of my comfort zone, I kept repeating to myself, courage, courage, courage. I can't believe I'm doing this, courage. I can't believe I'm doing this, courage. I will be singing On the Street Where You Live from My Fair Lady, I quivered. As the accompanist began playing the prelude and all the eyes fell upon me, I couldn't help but to think, how in the world did I get myself into this situation? And from the smiles on everyone's faces, it looked as if they were actually going to take me seriously. I've often walked down this street before, I rang out, singing the verse. Even before I reached the second line, the expressions of excitement on the students' faces turned to anguish. I was so nervous that my body felt as tight as jeans just pulled from the dryer. I had to squeeze each word out. Near the end of the song is a really high note. It had been difficult for me to reach, even in practice. Now I anticipated it with terror, but as the note approached, I thought, what the heck, just go for it. I don't recall if I hit the note or missed it. All I remember is that a few students were so embarrassed that despite their best efforts, they could no longer bear to look at me. I finished and sat down quickly. Silence. No one knew what to say. That was great, Sean. Thanks a lot, I shrugged as if I believed him. But you know what? Although that experience nearly killed me, when I left that classroom and walked alone through the empty parking lot to my car, I was so proud of myself. I felt a great sense of personal accomplishment and frankly didn't care what anyone else thought about my high note. I had survived and I was proud of it. As Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest, put it, it's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. So the next time you want to make a new friend, resist peer pressure, break an old habit, develop a new skill, try out for a team, audition for a play, ask out the one and only, change your job, get involved, to be yourself, or even if you want to sing in public, just do it. Even when all your fears and doubts scream out, you stink, you fail, don't try, never let your fears make your decisions for you. You make them. One other graphic I want to share with you, I think helps to illustrate the point. You got the comfort zone here, and then you've got the discomfort zone here on the outside, and where there's anxiety, anger, rejection, possible stress, possible fear. As you can see, as you work through that discomfort zone, you'll see all the arrows are pointing to better results. Another graphic, I really like this one. You can see where the magic happens, and you can see where your comfort zone is. Simply move into the larger circle, because that's where the magic happens. And I like this graphic here too with a little fish. You got to take a risk. You got to jump out of your bowl, and remember, don't think outside the box. Think there is no box. And then the last graphic I want to share with you is a 2% mindset. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but you can ask yourself if you want to be the 98%. Those that are like everyone else, just surviving, not thriving, they're playing it safe all the time, settling for less, just getting by. They live with regret, and they're pretty much a dull life. Or do you want to be that 2%? That 2% that's stepping out of your comfort zone and going for your dreams and going for your excitement in your life and welcoming change, fulfillment in your relationships and work and goals, and having confidence and living a happy life. I think the answer to that is pretty obvious, but you do have to step out of your comfort zone and into your courage zone. And the real answer to all of this is to get comfortable being outside of your comfort zone. Get comfortable being outside your comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. I think that's the true answer and the real answer to having a successful, happy life. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, and that'll really help you to grow and to reach your full potential. Thank you.